And welcome, folks, to another wonderful episode of Batman Radio. So, let's see here. I just want to talk to y'all. You feel me? Because I can. Why? Because I'm getting paid. Like I said, we all know what time it is, man. Like I said, I'm not going to be doing much talking, man. I mean, I can see what it is all across the board. I did just come across a post talking about, I guess Nick Diaz was speaking, and I thought that was pretty interesting how he was talking about how folks, act, how folks wanted to maintain control. I mean, you can take one look at Nate Diaz and see that he's a narcissist. So I mean, that should be no mystery. I mean, yeah, your brother's clearly been playing a lot of games, and why? Because that's narcs mentality. Narcissist mentality is they have to hold others back and hold someone else back in order for you to stay at their level. Like I said, Nate Diaz was never a superstar, was never anyone, has accomplished nothing. He's got more losses than anyone I've ever seen. And he just sold out and sold his soul like all of them, you know what I mean? And it just is what it is. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. Like, I know what it is with celebrities. And if I saw Nate Diaz, like I said, I heard he walked right by me when I was in Vegas. And I actually literally went looking and I couldn't find where the hell he went. Like, but they had told me because I was busy, right? And, like, I almost got to meet him, you know what I mean? And that's the thing. Like, no, like, I'm not fake, I'm real, but like, I'll still talk to you, you know what I mean? And have a real conversation with you so I can see who you are because I never met him. I don't know him. You know what I mean? But my point is, you can tell that was going on with Nick Diaz, all that stuff. And he was talking about, jail and, and talking about how folks wanted him to stay there basically. Yeah, sounds about right. Sounds like narcissism to me. That's exactly how they operate. Yeah. You know what I mean? That, these narcissists, they don't like seeing freedom. So I mean, that's the thing though, is it's all, an illusion. It's an illusion of control. There is no control unless you allow it. If you wake up, which hopefully Nick Diaz is doing, then like he said, I mean, that control is just an illusion. There is no control because they don't have any power. Nate Diaz doesn't have any power, and he's not a tough individual or a tough guy whatsoever. That's what's so funny about all this stuff is, I mean, you can look at my videos, right? You can see the training, right? You can see I really move faster than the human eye can perceive or see, right? You can see that I move so fast I literally teleport. That's not fake, that's real, brother. I'm on another level, man, and that's the thing. Like, I'm not doing this. I could always go into one of those careers. Of course, I was made for it and built for it. But I have a much larger purpose, which is saving the world. I'm Batman. God told me my purpose. I knew my purpose my entire life. So, I would love to, compete and be a part of those leagues. But the thing is, when I think about it, do I really want to do that? Because look at what Nick Diaz just talked about. See, I would love to be a part of anything that was real and cool, but those leagues, there's something wrong with them. They're all satanic. You got Dana White over there acting like he's in charge, like he's someone. He's not even a real CEO. Okay? He didn't build anything and no company. What are you talking about? All these people are puppets. He filled a slot in a position like all of them, and that's it. It's just like Jimmy Iovine with that record label with what is it? I think it was G Unit Records, right? Jimmy Iovine was just somebody that was in that slot and position. And if you study history and reality, you should know why Jimmy Iovine. Look at the name, Iovine, Jimmy Iovine. Why would he be in that position? Them folks are notorious, bro, for chasing money. That's all they care about. He has that position because somebody appointed him there. You understand? That's where that entire agenda comes from and stems from. Oh, that's real. That's not fake. That's really really what it is. Mhm. That's exactly how they are. So yeah, no, I've met plenty of folks. I've been around the nation. I know who's who and how they operate. That's why 50 Cent said, I'm from 134th Street. I don't have a boss because he said people was saying Jimmy Iovine, my boss. Jimmy Iovine is your boss. Jimmy Iovine was your boss, and that's a fact. And you answer to Jimmy Iovine. And the records that you did and everything you did was working under Jimmy Iovine. So, yes, Jimmy Iovine was your boss. Quit lying. Good. You can say what you want, you can pose. And I'm gonna keep it a buck, man. Groovy Jimmy literally looks identical to Curtis Jackson. Okay, 50 Cent. I'm not gonna lie, it's starting to really make me wonder, bro. It's starting to get weird, man. He look identical to him. I'm sorry. Like I thought I was just making a comparison first, and then I looked another day and I was like, what the hell, bro? I was like, bro, they look identical. Like I'm starting to think, because 50 Cent probably, moved around, you know what I'm saying? I'm starting to really wonder about that. Seriously. It could be that kind of situation. You never know. You know, that would be crazy if it was, because I mean, he clearly got connections to, the Masons. Groovy Jimmy, I definitely would venture to say he's probably a Freemason, right? And so, I mean, it is what it is. Now, again, he said what it was, Groovy Jimmy, and now he's back doing live streams again. Kind of awkward, man. Trying to pretend and act like nothing's happened when we all know everything that's transpired and happened. There's a lot going on right now, bro. There's a lot. I suggest folks, get your popcorn, sit back and watch, because that's what I'm doing. I'm watching and paying attention, and I'm just watching it, man. I mean, it's crazy how much is going on right now. There's a lot happening in the world. This is a hell of a time to just watch and just pay attention and stay out of it. And that's what I'm doing. I'm in my own lane. I'm going to focus and keep doing what I'm doing and be very calm. And I'm just watching the world, man, just witnessing. That's all. Just paying attention, taking notes, studying, and doing research. That's all I'm going to be doing every day, and that's what I want to do. Forever. Well, and be Batman. That's all I'm going to be doing. So, that's what folks don't get. With great power comes great responsibility. I have a lot of power. It's very real. So, with that power comes great responsibility, and you have to know what you're doing. You have to know when to move, how to move, what decisions to make. You got to have, you got to be very calm, and you got to make calm, conscious, good, solid decisions. I just got another reading and download told me that it's just going to come out of nowhere, all these blessings, and that I'm not going to see it, like that I have no idea this is happening and that it's just coming. So again, I mean, God has really been speaking to me, especially recently in these last few days. And these messages and downloads just keep coming. I mean, nonstop. I mean, I got videos saying, that the one, what's the one? It says I saw the goldfish, the golden goldfish that only pops up every once in like 2 years or something. Then there's another one says that this video keeps appearing, God is serious. And it keeps appearing over and over again. Like that's not a coincidence. Like the algorithm itself can't even do that. So I'm telling you the truth. I don't care what no one says. God talks, okay, through these apps. He uses these apps in the internet. Yes, he does. And he's God. Of course he could. Come on, bro. That's not even in question, man. And like I said, every reading and download is true. It said that I got them all in their feelings like no other. It said that now they understand my power and who I am, right? And they're having to kind of fall back because they're recognizing what it is. And now they're like, why in the hell did we even do all this? Because look how powerful this dude is, and he's got God with him and ancestors. And now it's karma time. You feel me? Well, I wouldn't say everything, but I tend to know everything. I'm pretty much omnipotent. I know a lot going on. I know pretty much everything. I'll say that, you know. Hold on. So, I mean, for me, My job for me is to stay focused. My job for me is to try to keep pushing. It ain't easy. It ain't easy being Batman, but I'm doing the best I can. And like I said, I mean, nobody understands, man. I go through a lot, bro. Every day is hard. It's impossible. And I continue to endure and push forward, you know? And the way I look at it, I know I'm doing God's will and God's work, and I have a job to do. You feel me? I am the real Bruce Wayne. I am the real Batman, and I am what all the depictions and every depiction that was ever created and made is about. All of this is about me. It's my story. Ghost Rider, all that stuff. The Wesley, you know who in the vampire movie. All them things talk about a prophecy, basically, right? They constantly mention it in that one about the prophecy. Remember the one that's sitting there, and Wesley, you know, who walks up and he's like the prophecy. You know what I mean? So that prophecy is a real thing. And, you know, I'm telling you, I'm just telling you the truth. Just like Neo in the Matrix, that's who I am. All these depictions were centered around a story, right? Just like people talk about the Bible and about Jesus Christ and about all of these stories that, you know, I tend to believe and want to believe are true, right? 100%. But my point is, everything comes down to these stories and these biblical stories and biblical history. And like I said, God told me you're immortal. God told me everything you're doing is biblical history. I'm making and walking and creating. I am biblical history. I'm not even having to create it. I am it. I'm biblical history. I'm one of the main characters, if not the main character in all of time and all of history. And you folks pick that guy to get on the internet. That's what I'm saying. That's why it's crazy to me, bro. Like there's a level of respect for me that's so like on another level. It's unbelievable, bro. Yeah, I'm a very serious individual. Folks know who I am, bro. You know what I mean? To an extent. Nobody really knows me, you know what I mean? But they know of me, right? But like I said, it's just been amazing. It's been an amazing experience. It's all real and like I said, I'm going to continue to push forward. I know my celebrity is going to continue to expand and grow. God is, you know, moving behind the scenes and he's at work and I'm on the rise, man. I don't care what nobody says, and they all know it. I'm on the rise for real, man. You know what I mean? Like I said, I told you every day I'm averaging thousands of views without even trying. Every time I'm moving, I'm winning. I'm always winning. You know what I mean? And like I said, I mean, I'm the CEO of Sneed Enterprises, CEO of Cassius Main Records, CEO of a whole lot of different things, and I'm the boss, and I'm gonna keep on moving forward. But yeah, anytime you get involved with them satanic leagues and all that, yeah, I mean, you could see what was going on with Nick Diaz. I always noticed that how Nick Diaz would be in the media looking crazy. I mean, who do you think's making that happen? Somebody has an agenda, and that's always their agenda. It's always the same agenda to have people look a certain way. And what folks don't get, and this is the mistake that a lot of them are making, is what the devil does is the devil wants to basically sit there and do what he does every day. And if you allow him to, right, which some of these folks are a great example of that, then that's exactly what the devil will do. But if you stand up for yourself and you don't allow that and you say, no, that ain't me and that ain't who I am, and you really display and prove them wrong, then you win. You understand me? You know, that's why, you know, like them games don't work with me. You understand? Other people allow people to do whatever they want. Me, I do what I want to do. Feel me? So I'm out here winning and capitalizing and rising as usual, just like I did back then, just like I always have every single time, just like I've won every single time. Check the history. Check the rap sheet. The scoreboard reads 8 million infinity to zero, buddy. And here I am, the real Bruce Wayne, winning again. That's the thing. Like you know, they want to act like this is my only accomplishment. Like this is all I've ever done. Bro, I've accomplished so much. It's unreal. I've succeeded so many times. I lost count. You know, that's the thing. So when I meet people, I'm not, you know, carrying any baggage with me. I'm not running around talking to people like overcompensating, like I have a point to prove. So that's why a lot of folks assume, oh, this and that, and they assume wrong, very wrong, and they're usually completely wrong about me because I'm just chilling and relaxing. I'm not here to impress you, bro. I'm myself. And you should be able to look at me and see that I am the money. Literally written all over me. Are you serious? And I'm beautiful, beautiful and handsome. You know what I mean? These folks is funny. So, like I said, that's my thing. I'm not worried about people and they evil agendas because they evil agendas will never be had or never succeed. You feel me? You understand? That's why God said none of that will ever prosper. That's a fact. You know what I mean? So, like I said, I had to get up and I'm Achilles reincarnated, and I had to get up and really do the real thing. And that's my job. I'm the enforcer. I'm the super ninja. I'm a creation that God created that y'all couldn't even fathom. And I told you, when I come through and I move, right? I told you what it's like. I'm like a big gust of wind, like a tornado coming through, like a tidal wave. I have a single called Tidal Wave for a reason, brother. If anybody actually could think and would ever do a real, like, talk about me for real and look at all my history, you'd see how the dots all connect and tell you who I am. My music aligns perfectly with who I am. You understand? So it's like, yeah, that's how I come through. I told you, I move so fast, I teleport. This is not anything but the truth. You know what I mean? This is why I keep working on my craft. I hone my craft just like I did with the music. That's why I outdid everybody musically, sold millions of units, was the only artist to ever go worldwide independently, and nobody can ever take that from me. And I'm still doing music and still releasing tracks that are better than any record label and better than anybody. And I already single-handedly had outperformed every major record label in existence financially. So what you talking about? So for me, I just think it's funny. I'm not in any of these, fake rappers' positions. I'm not a rapper. I'm on what Vinny Paz on. He would always talk about them rappers like it was something else while he was rapping because we're not the same. Some folks is really thugs and gangsters. I don't know about Vinny Paz. I think he's kind of a poser personally, too, but I think they're all the same. But my point is, I like that persona. I like that perspective. And I don't even know about that. I'm sure he's much more real, actually, than most of them. He's just not me. There's a difference. I'm very competitive, man. And I'm just being realistic, you know what I mean? But I like Vinny Paz. I like his music. Ill Bill's all right. I'm not that big of a fan of him. He all right. But I like Vinny Paz. I've always liked his music. I like the design of his music, what he talks about. He talks about a lot of educating thoughts and things that I studied, and I learned a lot just listening to him like I did with Tupac, and that's just fact. That's the type of Batman I am. Like I said, when I was roaming around in the Porsche, I was almost always listening to Vinny Paz and Ill Bill. Jedi Mind Tricks. That's who I would listen to. I wouldn't listen to other people because it's a waste of my time. I listen to them because I understand what they're talking about in their music. And they walked away from the game and said they didn't really make enough money or any money profit to really go anywhere. That's my thing. Like, but you had a message. And what matters is the message and purpose, not how much money you make. And then me, when I talk, I'm just responding to other people who want to act like they always have something to say. When, I mean, if we are going to talk about music profits and what profits you accumulated or yielded, well, then, we have to understand I've made more money, way more money, and spent more than all these wannabe so-called artists, right? No matter what record label they was dealing with, no matter how much fake money they supposedly got. And the record deals, that money goes into them as an artist. It doesn't go in their pocket or to them. So all of them are poor and broke. We're talking about J Lo, Diddy, Jay Z, Bobby, you know who, all of them. All of them are the same. Like I said, what society has shown you, the public, is that they're always on the same energy of basically talking about and entertaining a bunch of thoughts that are their thoughts that don't exist. Anything that's real, they want to dismiss. So the public, like I said, doesn't know what they're talking about. So that's why I don't value that opinion and I just keep it moving. Because I still have to help these people. It doesn't matter what they think. They're not to my level, and I have to have compassion for that and understand that. And I still have to help the same people who would say, oh, you're not Batman. I have to now turn around and help. And that's just something that I'm willing to do because I'm going to continue to do God's will. And I'm going to continue to be a good person. And I'm going to bless even the people who were a part of this evil plot against me and everything you've done to try to stop me. And I'm going to still bless you. I'm going to still buy y'all a new home. I'm going to still pay you taxes. I'm going to still buy everything for you and give you what you want because that's the type of person I am because I'm the son of God. You understand? So folks was already feeling guilty. They're going to really feel guilty. Trust me. You understand? That's my whole point. Like, nah, I'm a good person, man. There ain't no way to dismiss reality, man. A lot of you just be talking a lot. You know, you need to stop talking. You need to learn how to listen. Yeah, it's ridiculous. They in denial of reality, all of them, like I said, and that stuff is absolutely sad and it's just crazy. And in some cases, it's just hilarious. So again, I'm the real deal. I'm what all the depictions are about and describe, and I'm continue to be me. And I'm an innocent, good person, and I help everyone and I save lives. And that's what I'm going to continue to do is be the angel that I am. And I'm not going to let the world change me or be changed by the world. I'm going to help the world and save the world. It's just that simple. You know what I mean? So, like I said, I'm enjoying myself. I'm gonna continue to have fun and do what I do. Like I said, it's been crazy, man. It's been a crazy journey. It's very hard. I go through a lot every day. I go through a lot, you know, that y'all couldn't even imagine or fathom. You know, there's like God told me, you know, I carry my pain with me. Literally, I mean, I've been through some stuff, and I have to literally, you know, constantly carry that with me. I'm always feeling it. You know what I mean? Like I said, these folks had called Seton Hospital, right? We all understand what's happened. It's been explained 8 million times. So, I mean, yeah, like, you know, I'm constantly having to keep moving forward. You understand what I'm saying? I'm constantly having to, you know, go through impossible odds and continue to overcome. And that's what I'm going to continue to do. You know what I mean? I'm going to talk freely and say what I want. I'm going to do what I want. And I'm going to continue to run the streets and be the boss that I am. You understand? That's what God told me. You know what I mean? God told me you carry your pain with you. Like that's the point. He created an immortal vampire and an immortal being that really carries everything I go through with me and keeps on pushing and going. Do you understand that there is nothing that can stop me? Nothing. That's why it's funny to me when folks want to, you know, talk fake talk or try to entertain unplausible scenarios. There's nothing and no one that can stop me. Nobody. Is there no one else? You better wake up to reality, sister. I'm really the boss. You feel me? Like I've always been the boss. You understand? And like I said, I'm the monster you created and it is what it is. Now deal with it. Oh, I love it. They and they feelings. Well, I'm getting paid. My next check over 33 bucks. That other check just came in today. That was 213 bucks, right? And like I said, these folks don't do nothing for me. They never help me. They don't give me a dime. They don't give me a red cent, a penny, a dime, no money, no nothing. I don't get no support. I don't get nothing I need, nothing. And every day I keep getting up and the whole public knows the truth, right? And everything going on. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, that's not a good look, homie. So, I mean, what's up? Can't be serious, man. I'm getting paid. You know what I mean? They're all just sitting there doing nothing. So we'll see when the total updates again. But so far, what I've seen is it's over 33 bucks. It's still kind of early. It's like 10 o'clock. Um, I don't know, man. It's just absolutely amazing. But yeah, it's $33, right? Plus. And yeah, like I said, on here, I'm gonna talk how I want. I'm about freedom and I make music and I'm gonna say whatever I want and do whatever I want. And that's the way of the world, and that's how it works. That's why I did all this and put all this work in so I could have freedom. No company controls me or my freedom. No, nobody tells me what to do. I do what I want to do and I have full freedom. I will never be questioned. I understand all my actions are right and are righteous, right? And now all these other folks are, you know, being questioned. All these folks are under judgment by God, and you're seeing karma being had every day nonstop. And I'm talking serious karma. Oh, there's a lot of events right now that have already happened just within 24 hours today that I could go over and talk about. And you know what? I'm not like that, so I'm not going to talk about any of them. You feel me? I pray for y'all and I wish y'all the best. You know what I mean? Whatever you got going on is between you and God. I'm going to stay out of it. That got nothing to do with me, homie. Feel me? Like I said, man, a lot of you folks got lessons to learn, man. God be giving you chance after chance after chance after chance. I mean, unlimited chances, because God obviously loves you. God loves all of us, you know what I mean? And I hope that you folks learn, we all make mistakes, sometimes people have a learning curve and have a learning process. Sometimes it takes folks a lot to learn, but we all have to learn, and then we're all here to learn, you know what I mean? And we're all in this together, no matter who it is, you know what I mean? And that's my whole deal. Like, I'm gonna continue to show love and be about being peaceful and calm and being about love and prosperity with everyone. It doesn't matter how you feel, what you've said, what you've done. I'm gonna continue to be the son of God because I want to make sure I'm an example for the youth that's fans of me and follows me, and for all these people out there so they can see that God is real, how real God truly is. I mean, look at me as the example. I'm the greatest testimony of all time. Look at everything that I went through. Look at everyone wronged me. Everyone worked against me. Everyone did the most to go against me and try to stop me, just like the story of Jesus Christ. And, I literally have resurrected because of it. I literally have had to resurrect in front of you because of it. And I'm still not holding on to anything. Nothing. I forgive everyone and I move forward because that's the way that you're supposed to be. And forgiveness is for you. And don't let anyone ever lie to you or try to change that. You know, I'm going to be happy every day because it's a personal decision. It's never too late. It's never too late to turn things around and make a change. And I've always been happy. It's other people who are in a negative energy and vibration, and I'm just not with that, and I don't like it around me. You know what I mean? But either way, I'm going to raise my vibration more and more and more until folks just, can't even stand being around me because I'm too happy and too good of a person. You feel me? That's how it works. It's all about, being vibrational beings and love and happiness and energy, and it's just like they say, love and happiness, because that's what folks should be chasing, not money. Money's not going to bring you love or happiness. Money's going to attract the wrong people. Trust me, I may have spent more than anyone who ever existed. I know what I'm telling you, what I'm talking about, homie. So I'm learning a lot of valuable, invaluable, life lessons that God is teaching me. I couldn't be more thankful. You know what I mean? So, like I said, we're going to continue to focus on us. We're going to continue. I'm going to continue to better myself and help other people become better folks. We're building people. Real talk. I mean, spiritually, emotionally, physically, mentally, we're helping people to become stronger. We're about freedom of speech, which we're going to continue to stand up for and exercise every single day. We're about freedom. I'm about freedom for my people, Americans, everyone in the world. And all I want is the world to be a good, peaceful place where everybody can get along and we can work together. And that means we need to focus on the problem at hand. And right now we have a lot of folks that have fake authority and fake power, and they're taking advantage of that. Are they not? And we need to stand up to them. We need to make sure that we have the spotlight on them, that we talk and educate the public on what's going on. Nobody is above reproach. Okay. And these folks are completely out of line. Donald Trump and the Trump administration is completely out of line. Everything he's doing is illegal and completely out of line. And that's all you got to say. You just got to stand up and say the truth of what they're doing. Don't ever sit there and turn the other way and pretend and ignore something that's totally wrong and what's going on. This man is completely out of line. I mean, it's downright crazy and blasphemous what he's doing. Okay. You don't have power like this. You don't have power to dictate or any decision or anything. And this is the problem when you get folks who clearly can't think straight in these fake positions of fake power. This is exactly what happens. You feel me? That's the truth. Homie ain't never been about nothing. You understand? And he's copying me, by the way, if y'all didn't know. Yeah, Trump himself, he's another Mason. They're all not special. They're all the same. He's copying my rhetoric. I'm the one who was talking like that, saying, well, nobody has thanked me or paid me for everything I've done, saving lives and helping people. Listen to the way he's talking. They're copying me. You can't figure this out. I'm the one who just spoke like that. And I was saying, and I was just saying it, in the moment, because it's how I felt in the moment and it's the truth. And I was just saying, like, I don't even care anymore because, like, nobody's really thankful. Like, folks will not pay me. I don't understand why, but the government and all your folks want to put your money, and you want to back evil, but you don't want to help good and the people saving you and helping you. It don't make no sense. So the way he's talking is fake, and that's what they do. They emulate and copy my energy, which is trying to harvest energy, right? And he's trying to act like he's me. Like, what did you do for this country, Mr. Donald Trump? You didn't accomplish anything. You didn't do anything. And you've got millions of people saying this. And why is it that we just act like this dude? I mean, he, like, straight up, he can resign. You know what I mean? Like, he needs to resign. I mean, I don't understand why this government is giving him all this fake power. That's not even part of the position, of which he's in. That power is not what he has. So what are you talking about, dude? Like, what? Like, no, it doesn't work like that. You can't just do whatever the hell you want. Right. So, I mean, no, 100%. We're Americans, and real Americans are going to continue to stand up and say the truth. And, the problem is, I mean, we're all speaking and saying the truth, and, there's no change being made because of the evil fake elites who aren't elite, because of their evil agenda, because of the New World Order, because this is their agenda and their plan. The fact is that God is real, and God ain't gonna let none of this happen. It's just that simple. So just put your faith in God and sit back and pay attention. You don't gotta be worrying, you don't gotta panic. Like, Donald Trump is nobody, bro. He inherited everything. He's always been a failure. He has no power, and everything he says is a lie and an illusion. And he literally couldn't even succeed with the family business, right? And he lost that jet or helicopter. And there's people all over the internet talking for free, trying to copy my rhetoric. And I'm the person who said that. I said that so many years ago, it's unreal, repetitively. Those were my thoughts. They came from me. You're going to see a lot of these Masons and stage clones trying to copy my rhetoric because I am the center of the universe. I am the creator and pioneer of this. And when you try to bite off me and my style, I take that as a compliment. I'm the original, the original OG, the actual original. There ain't nothing that can come close or ever compare to the original, buddy. So for me, I'm just proud of who I am. I'm proud of who I am. I'm proud of everything I've accomplished. I'm going to continue to try to move forward and progress. So, like I said, I'm getting paid to talk. I mean, what is y'all doing? I'm running a full scale, full fledged business. And these folks, I mean, they're going through all sorts of karma. You know what I mean? Real talk. So, I mean, let them go through it, and, it is what it is. I mean, no, like, they all wanted to continue, and people make their own decisions. And a lot of these folks, like I said, I've seen them, just like so-called women, making horrible decision after horrible decision and thinking it's okay. And it's to the point, y'all have been programmed and taught to think backwards and keep on making mistakes and keep on doing everything backwards. That all comes from the Satan and the devil. That's why I reject it completely. That's why I don't get along with folks. That's why I don't talk to folks. That's why I don't talk to people. That's why I don't listen, because you're all false prophets. And y'all will sit there and kick one rhetoric in front of me, and then 2 seconds later, I literally can see the demon in your eyes and see that you're fake and you're a false prophet and an agent of Satan, truly. So, they're very deceptive people, and I don't know what these people think, because, then you wonder why you keep going through things. I mean, I've never seen so many people, never thought I would see so many people that are doing everything wrong, and then they keep grinning and smiling like it's cute, like it's the way to be. And yet God is going to continue to teach these lessons and teach these lessons and continue to teach. You know what I mean? So at some point you would think you would get it. These folks are no good. These are all folks I spoke on. I said the truth. And you see what's happening and what they're going through. Why? Because everything I ever said was the fact and the truth. I ain't never told a lie. You ain't never told a lie. I ain't never told a lie ever in my entire life, bro. You know what I mean? I like, not really, unless it was to protect or help someone. Other than that, and not even that, really. Like, I don't lie, bro, because I have nothing to lie about. I tell the truth every time I speak. I really don't think I've ever told a lie my entire life. I have nothing on my conscience. I've done right by everyone and helped everyone. I've done nothing but show love and try to bring people up. And for me to say that in as cold of a world as this has become, and that's the accomplishment, buddy. Like I said, being tough Ain't got nothing to do with being evil. Being evil is weak. That's weakness. That stems from fear. All them emotions, all that weak stuff y'all type, all that stuff that you want, that stems from fear. You scared. But I'm not. And I'm gonna continue to be a good person, and even to folks like you, because folks like you genuinely need more love than anyone. Real talk. So Batman is continuing to rise, continuing to come up. Like I said, I'm truth and love in its embodiment. I'm the truth, the way, and the light, and I am the only one and true Messiah, the Son of God, truly. And I'm gonna continue to fix this world and change this world as I've already done. I've accomplished so much in such a quick amount of time, and we're gonna continue to do it all. And like I said, no, I mean, you can see what it is. When I come through, I'm gonna be in all these different cities and states. Batman is just gonna show up at different events, different things happening everywhere. God already told me what to do and gave me the instructions, buddy. I'm showing up. And when I show up, I'm telling you, Batman comes through differently. I move so fast, it's like I teleport. This is why we did all this training. I have to be ready, bro. You understand? Because God is going to basically, deploy me. He's going to send me out on missions, real assignments, and I have to save the world and help people. You understand? And like I said, we're all about peace and love, but you also have to stand up like a man. And that's what this is about. This is about standing up to all this corruption and evil. And we're going to continue to completely. We don't ask the same people who doing it to us and have been unfair this entire time for justice when they're not going to give us justice. We have to take justice. And that's exactly what I was born to do. My whole family, the Sneeds, all we are is justice. That's why all my ancestors did was create justice. You can go look up the history of it. Oh, Sneeds are notorious for taking matters into our own hands and achieving our own justice. So like I said, every time I come through, just know I am vengeance. I am justice. I'm bringing justice and order back to the world and restoring order. I am the enforcer of divine law, and trust me, it's real. Believe that. I got so many stripes, I'm like a zebra, bro. That's why you see that tiger. Tiger's got stripes, right? Because I got all the stripes in the street. I don't know what folks talking about. Folks want to say this and that. That's fine, and I'm in no position to respond because you telling me how you feel without even saying it. You telling me what it is. That's fine. I'm not concerned about how you feel because how you feel to me is irrelevant. Straight up. Because you're the same folks, right, that have tried everything to stop me and failed. You're the same folks that I've already won against. I mean, they're all the same. They're all corrupt, all of them, and they're all just the same folks. So I mean, it is what it is. I already defeated, and I defeated all of them, and I already won. So what's up? Like what? Like, I mean, yeah, say what you want. I could care less. I don't talk to folks who are the enemy and want to go against me. If you want to go against me, be my guest. You go against me, you go against God. Good luck. Yeah, no, when I come through, bro, it's like a cyclone. That's what I'll compare it to, literally. It's like a cyclone. I'm telling you, it's going to be that quick, too. Every time I come through, like, I'm going to be all over the U.S., the world. Everywhere I come through, I'm moving like a cyclone. You're going to see that cake flying and everything I'm moving. That's how fast I'm going to be moving. Do you understand that? This is what folks don't get. I'm a real superhero. There ain't no just slowing down. Nah, it's literally going to be moving to one destination, right? Fulfill my mission and my purpose there, help, right? And then get back in the Batmobile, right? Batpaw, go back to the Batcave, get ready, go on to the next mission or go straight to another mission. There's going to be nonstop matters for me to do. I'm going to be working 24 hours a day. I'm going to sleep, of course, but the minute I get up, I'm going to have work, all tons of work I got to do because God put me in the right place at the right time. I'm not even going to have to worry about what my work is because God is going to show me the way. But that's why we do all this training and get ready because I got to do this all over the planet. And this is my career for the rest of my life. Okay. Now are you starting to get where we're at and why we did all this? The picture will become clearer and clearer as we move forward here. That's the thing. See, y'all worried about talking about conversations that never existed or mattered about what people have and where they're at and what they're doing. All that stuff means nothing because I move with God and I do God's will. God will provide. My job is to do God's will and keep fulfilling my purpose as the actual angel I am. I'm an actual angel. I'm an earth angel, homie. I'm a real angel walking around here. So that's my purpose. I don't care about money. I don't care about anything of this world. I believe in God. I don't care about nothing here, straight up, other than people, and I'm here to help humanity. That's it. Feel me? So we all know what it is. And like I said, I'm raising the vibration of the world. I'm fulfilling my mission and my purpose. God love me. I'm good, bro. I'm Gucci. I'm happy. I'm good. I've always been good, brother. That's the thing. Always. I've always been happy. You know, like I said, that's why I speak for me, right? All y'all with your opinions, I could care less. I didn't ask you for your opinion. Feel me? Nobody can speak on me, bro. Come on, man. We all know who I am. I'm the boss. I'm the mob. So, like I said, we'll continue to get pizze. We'll continue to get paid. We're going to continue to make our dough and get this money, right? And like I said, everything I'm doing is real. I was never talking about it. I was never fake. Everything I learned was for a purpose, and I'm utilizing that purpose. That's the one key difference between me and anyone you'll ever meet and all these other people in the public. I don't see anyone. I've never seen anyone else but me. I'm the only chosen one. It's not ones. It's not plural. It's one. I am the chosen one, like I told you, and you all have proven it. Anyone else who tried to say that and say they was a chosen one, it's already been disproven and proven. I am the only chosen one. Yeah, don't ever say that again. Why would you ever say that, bro? Come on, man. You gotta show respect, the utmost respect to an actual angel walking around here. I sit at the right hand throne of God. What is you talking about? Like I said, I've told everyone what it is. Everyone, everybody knows what it is. You feel me? And that's what happens with me. So when folks meet me, no, you got to talk to me with respect. You understand? You got to really, really like talk to me correctly. You feel me? Because I got God with me and millions of ancestors and spirits and ghosts. I got everybody riding for me, partner. Yeah, no, I'm the real deal. Okay. You all are just regular civilians, like I told you. You have no idea what you're looking at in front of you. You have no idea where I've been. You have no idea what I've done. You have no idea what I've been through, what I've conquered, what I've overcome. You have no idea. And you could never fathom. So don't ever try to claim you're me. None of you are me, and you never could be me. You could never walk in my shoes for a millisecond. Make sure you get that understood. Yeah, see, it's real over here, cuzzy. Can you imagine? That stuff is crazy, man. When you got 3 foot tall, like, folks talking about, yeah, I'm you. No, you're really not. Like, what? Ah, yeah, right. Like, quit trying to relate. You ain't got to relate to me to be cool. Put some cash in my pocket. We'll be good. We'll be just fine. We'll be cool. That's why it's so funny to me because you can tell. I can just look in somebody's eyes and see their soul. I can look in folks' eyes and see what they own already. Okay, like that's a jellyfish. You feel me? It's kind of like being the megalodon in the ocean. Like that's the thing. You got to identify the fish in the sea. Like, oh, you see that little jellyfish over there? No, there's a sea plankton coming around the corner. Oh, here we have the coral reef. They're jelly too. Literally all it is, man. Like I said, I'm a huge, gigantic big fish in a small pond right now. And like they said, I'm the fish that's gonna make it. They said you gonna make it to the ocean. So I mean, I'm going to the ocean. I'm the megalodon, and I'm in a very small pond. I'm meant for way more. And folks know. I got homies and friends, bro, that watching me that even tell me that. They told me right in front of me, like, yeah, I watch you, like I see you, like, yeah, that makes me feel good. I'm glad that people see the truth and see the truth unfolding and see who I really am. So, that's the thing. Now there's no hiding it. Now everybody who had me misconstrued or confused, the minute they look at this, and this is why I did all this to present it so people could see the truth finally. It's not about just me and who I am, but you could see the truth in its entirety. There's only one truth. This is the truth of the world. This is who I am. People should be people, not dictated upon how much money you have or your job or how much money you have in the bank or your khakis, like Tyler Durden said. You should be able to stand on your own and be yourself and represent you. So, like I said, this is really who I am. And trust me, there's a million folks that got a whole lot of love for me. You know what I mean? And I really feel like at this point I got a lot of people behind me, almost everybody. I think the love outweighs the fear personally. I think I got a lot of people behind me. You know what I mean? So like I said, we're gonna keep on excelling and rising and let them stay in their feelings. It's just that simple, man. All right, I'm gonna get going. I'll talk to y'all later, but just understand I'm evolving. I'm gonna keep getting stronger. I'm gonna keep on pushing forward always, and it's just that simple, you know. I took the day off today. I needed it, and like I said, I'm still, healing from different things. You know what I mean? So I mean, it is what it is, man. Like I said, if y'all actually knew what I go through being Batman, then you might understand. But I go through a lot, bro, and I literally regenerate, and God, regenerates me every day. He builds me every day, and like I said, I literally regenerate. That's the thing. This all, started with God. God is who put the idea in my mind. It's all started with an idea. It's just like He said. Beneath this mask, there is more than what. Beneath this mask, there is an idea, and ideas are bulletproof, Mister Creedy. I got folks that, know me from back in the day. I got people, all these different folks, man, folks I went to high school with, they all looking at me now like, man, that's crazy, bro. Like, look at, I'm sure, and a lot of them probably ain't happy about it. Some of them are. I mean, you should be. You got no reason to feel anyway. If so, that's just a personal thing. That's you feeling that way for no reason because you just jelly. That ain't my problem. That's the thing. Like they always looked at me and knew he's capable of great things. He's going to do great things, and they knew it, and they just didn't want to see that for me. You understand? And that's sad, man. That truly is sad, bro. That's sad. That's what they do. That's what cowards do. They see you out there doing the real thing, being the soldier for God, and I'm Achilles reincarnated, and they see me putting in work and being in the street, and they know that I'm putting everything on the line, doing what I'm doing, and they sitting there praying for my downfall. Instead of praying for me and wanting to back me up and help me, they praying for my downfall. That's that coward stuff. You feel me? It's not my first rodeo, homie. I'm a real one. Trust me. So, like I said, everybody knows with me it's real. Everybody knows what I'm on. Everybody knows you really don't know anything about me, but you can kind of see how I move a little bit, right? Just a little, right? So, like I said, we're gonna keep on moving, and that's about it. My name really ring bells everywhere in every hood, every ghetto across America. You know what I mean? Like my name really hold weight. We different. When I'm talking, it's real. When these other folks talking, nobody takes them serious. You understand? That's what it is, man. Y'all need to quit overcompensating and try to talk like you mean. You need to find your lane. Find your lane and do something productive and help folks. That's what helped me. Helping me, what helped me is helping others. I love helping people. That's what make me happy. Not doing for myself, but helping others. So I'm gonna keep helping others. All right. On that note, like I said, I'm gonna get going, but like I said, I'm gonna just try my best to keep on pushing. Going through a lot, going through a transformation. I can feel it. I mean, it's real, man. It's real, bro. God is molding me and sculpting me and creating me, and I really am Batman, and I've had to undergo a serious transformation, and it's like levels of it, and I'm constantly going to be evolving. That's what I feel. Because God, I'm really Batman. So God is going to continue to work on me and have me evolve. He's not going to stop. My evolution is constant. Seriously. That's what folks don't get. Y'all talk about normal jobs. I knew day one, my whole life, I've known I was never meant for a 9 to 5. I'm not meant to sit in a cubicle, bro. I'm Batman. Are you serious? See, I know who I am. So that's the thing. When you have a world who always wants to make everything something it's not or act like anything's funny about a very serious, real concept, and there's no one here laughing. Let me establish that. There's nothing funny, and there never was. And now folks know. Now it's not so funny anymore, is it? Because now God's delivering karma. Like I said, man, you got to talk to people the right way and treat people with kindness. You never know who you're talking to. Who you're talking to and the things you're saying and doing, you may be dealing with the chosen one. And if so, God is going to protect that chosen one at all costs and do whatever he has to do to make it clear to you that you need to go ahead and take a step back and relax, homie. Right? Because you don't know who you're talking to. You have no idea what's going on. And that's the thing with narcs. They need to work on self awareness because they have none. Right. So I'll say, like I've said it, a million times for real in reality. Now you know who you're talking to. Feel me? Yeah, I'm an angel for God. I sit at the right hand throne of God. It doesn't get any higher than me. Okay. So I have full divine authority. This is my world, and I'm here to save the world. And trust me, I'm not going to let anything stop that or get in the way of my purpose. Okay. Because I have to fulfill my purpose, and that's what I'm here to do. It's not a stressful thing. It's not a I have to do anything. It's this is what I want to do. And I take my purpose very seriously. You understand? Nothing more serious, you know? So, like I said, I'm here to make sure that everything is in love and that I, fix the world and help people and save lives. And I'm gonna continue to do good in the world. You know what I mean? So everyone else, they can be what they on, man. Take their selfies and worry about Instagram and stuff all day. I don't care. It's just crazy to me, man. These folks don't seem to get it. This is why I kept building this. I told you, and I'm like just one step away, a few steps away. I need to get me some more money. I'd say right now, about now, I need to get at least, I got to come up on at least 600 bucks, something like that, and more than that. And I need to get over a G, right? And then we'll be in business and we'll be talking. I thought that I was on the road to that, and then everything just stopped and slowed down because, homies, don't have money or whatever, or they just quit supporting because they start feeling jelly. It's always the same thing, bro. But at least now I'm kind of, getting somewhere a little bit. We're just barely starting to gain a little bit of ground. It's very slow, but it is what it is. God told me all this money is coming regardless, so I think it's going to change everything, and this will be pocket change. But either way, I'm going to focus on this. If I got $80 million today, tomorrow, I mean, I'm still going to focus on this business. I'm going to act like I don't have anything. I'm not even going to speak on it probably. And you'll notice a difference if that happens. But I'm going to focus on building this business as if I had nothing because I know that's the only way that it will get built correctly. Does that make sense? So that's what I'm saying. I need the money and I want what I deserve and what I've earned, but I don't have to ask for that. God is going to give me what I've earned. You know what I mean? He wants to see me happy and he knows what I deserve. And I did all this, genuinely without expecting or asking for anything. If I didn't get anything, I'd be good. But that's the same thing. I want to stay motivated and ambitious. So I'm going to act like I don't have nothing and keep on working with this business, and if I get a bunch of money, then I'll have money and tools and resources to work with to facilitate the environments, right? And to be able to build as Batman. Like, you understand, I want my own dojo and I want to be able to really practice and train on another level with like all the real stuff. Does that make sense? And like that would be great for this platform and for content because you know what Batman's about, right? You've seen the depictions. It's more than just martial arts. There's a lot of different components to Batman, and I want to build all of that and use it all and do it all on camera. That way, this channel can turn into like a superstar platform of everything from the real Batman. Does that make sense? And I want my own dojo. That way I can do martial arts and whatever I need to all day and be able to have all the equipment and all the resources and even get people to train me. And I can, pay folks and have them come train me in my own personal dojo. That's what I want and have that all be my content. And that way every day I'm focusing and working and then I'm going out on missions. You understand? I may even have an Alfred. Okay. I got people right now on social media saying, yo, man, if you came to my city, they like in Chicago, I would show nothing but love. Like, you don't even know what that means to me. Like, people are going to acknowledge my presence. The minute folks see me, I'm going to make the news. Trust me, I'm predicting the future, and every prediction I made is correct and truth. I promise you, I'm going to make the news, and people are going to start talking about there's a real Batman, bro. And my name is going to carry. Just like this business carries, it's going to carry more and more. My name's going to keep carrying. That's the thing. You dealing with something here, you can't stop. Just wait. Wait till I get out of here and I go to these other cities and states. Wait till I get to Houston and Austin and San Antonio and then take it all across the nation. I mean, you have no idea how much attention this is going to attract. You understand? This is a real Batman. I mean, you're talking about a real Batman like pulling up in Ohio and, going out to a bar like, but as the real Batman. Like, do you not think folks are going to be talking to me and having conversations, and then we can film a lot of that stuff and it's all content and just reactions with people when they see me. and people are going to come up and ask me for autographs and all that. Like, this is a whole thing. It's a whole circuit because I'm a genius. I didn't do it because I had an angle. I didn't do it because I wanted fame or any of that. I'm just doing this because it's who I truly am, bro. But that's my point. You're gonna have people want autographs. You're gonna have people, bro, that's him. They're gonna be like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm a real superstar. Y'all talk about women. I mean, if I was single, I think my soulmate is coming. But if I was single, I mean, women ain't gonna be no problem because they gonna all be trying to holler. Believe that. All of them. They're gonna be like, oh, that's Batman. I want to talk to him. So it's going to get to the point that I can't even go anywhere is what I think. I mean, I'm going to go still, but I'm saying it's going to be crazy. I mean, like I'm going to be bigger than Justin Bieber ever was and bigger than, any of them, bro. Bigger than Brad Pitt, like literally not joking, bro. It's going to get like that. Them celebrities go places nobody even cares, bro. Nobody cares if they see Brad Pitt. You can't even recognize him because he just looks like an average dude, man. I'm just telling you the truth. Yeah. I'm way better looking than him, bro. I always have been, seriously. So I'm just telling you the truth. Like, nah, folks is going to be losing it over me. Trust me, I already know. You know what I mean? Like, and that's the thing. Like, I want to make sure I'm not getting into where I'm, only partying and, like I want to stay away from that. Like, I'm very, very disciplined, man. You know what I mean? So, that's the thing. I'm not going to, fall and take the wrong actions like Conor McGregor did, where he could have kept being serious and he just keeps getting caught up in that party lifestyle. And he's the one himself. He said partying is weakness for the soul. And then all he does is party now, and he has a habit now. Every time with him, you noticed that he was scared. He's a coward. You noticed that he wouldn't stick with it, and he just doesn't have it in him. He's never been a winner and a champion. But me, I'm a true champion. See, them folks are all fake. That was all arranged to make them look like they were something they're not. Those aren't champions. It's all a fraud. It's all fugazi and fake. The truth of the world is Tyree Sneed is the toughest man who ever walked the planet, and the real is. And that's the point. It isn't a point I'm trying to prove. I've proved it every day of my life, brother. Are you serious? Like, what are you talking about? Oh, it's been proven. You understand? And them folks won't even try to compete with me because they already know they can't win. Conor McGregor's like 3 feet tall, bro. Them folks couldn't hold a candle to me, bro. They're not gonna entertain that, bro. They're gonna, try to do what all narcs do, pretend I don't exist while they're all obsessed with him. All the celebrities know who I am, bro. You got to get real. You better get real with yourself, man. So, like I said, I'm a big deal for real in the world, and I'm the real Batman. It's just different. We don't move the same. We don't do anything the same. We have nothing in common. On that note, I'm gonna get going. Much love. Please support. We got a Cash App, PayPal, and a Venmo. I need people to send me money. If you see me in the street, I need you to give me some cash. I'm not concerned about folks and their feelings. I'm not concerned about how they feel and what they want and how they feel. That's irrelevant. God is dealing with everything, right? And you either support me, it is what it is. Like, support me, or it is what it is. It's no surprise what's happening right now. It's karma time. It's no surprise because of the way that folks have acted and continue to act, right? So it is what it is. Like, me, I'm just seeing what it is, bro. I'm just watching. You know what I mean? Real talk. Support your Batman. Show some financial support. All these folks got money. They all listening. Come on, bro. It's not this hard, man. We got a Cash App, PayPal, and Venmo. We have received zero support, basically. Everything I got, I had to hustle and I had to keep on really talking and working for. These folks haven't done nothing for me. Nobody. You know what I mean? Like, y'all got money, bro. Y'all work, bro. You could put couple $100 to the side and say, I'm gonna give this to him so he can build. Get me over a grand, bro. I told you I need $600 at least, plus more than that, to get to a G. I need to get me over a band, and then we got to get a couple of bands, and then I could try to take this to Austin and get started up there. And folks were already talking up there, so I definitely want to go do this in Austin, because it'll be the real thing. You understand? I don't care if I have to struggle. I don't care how I have to do it. I'll figure out a way, just like I always did. Austin is my city. And that's the thing. I need the money so I can do it the right way. I'm telling you, that's the first thing I'm doing, really. If I get the money, I'm coming up through San Marcos. I'm going to go to the outlets, probably stay at that Embassy Suites for a night. I'm going to San Antonio. I'm gonna have some fun in San Antonio, relax and be on vacation, Riverwalk time for a bit. Then I'm gonna go to Austin. And I think when I touch down in Austin, depending on the circumstances and what all is going on, I think I'm gonna go ahead and go to work as Batman on these blocks in Austin, Texas, and I'm gonna fix that city by myself because it really is Gotham. And I'm gonna use my money and resources, just like Alfred said, and my power and dominance and strength to change and fix Austin. You understand? Because the mayor doesn't care about the city, the government doesn't care about the city, nobody cares, and they're all corrupt. And I'm gonna fix that city and make it the right way and help everyone there. And it's my city. I was born there. Austin, Texas is my city. I run Austin, literally. And you're going to see my power in front of you. So, like I said, no, I'll be able to be pulling up in tumblers and tanks and bat pods as Batman all over Austin and really working. I'll be going to work on them blocks. Okay. It's all real. So that's what I'm going to do. I want to go do this in Austin, and then I'll do that for a minute. And then once I get tired of that for a little bit, I'll probably go, on my trip I was talking about. I got to see which coast I want to go to first. Maybe the West Coast first, since it's been a long time. Probably West Coast. You know what I'm saying? Go up the West Coast, come back, go through the whole East Coast, then go up north, go up to New York, and I'm going to check out New Orleans on the way and see if I want to live in New Orleans. So I got the whole plan mapped out. Got the whole blueprint. All right. Like I said, other than that, if anyone out there really does support me or love me supposedly or care about me, you need to pay me. It's not hard. Send some money. Everyone has some money. Y'all got families. You got support systems. Send some money. Okay. And make it some real money. Like, it don't make no sense. Like, come on, bro. I know y'all got thousands of dollars that you could send. You got to put me on and give me a chance and an opportunity to build this. I'll be a happy customer when somebody says, hey, I love you, and just type I love you and says, here's I think there's limits. You can send like 999 bucks a day, right? Here's the first one. I'm going to keep sending more. And when someone would do that for me, then I'd be good. Then I'd be really happy. And then I know I'm loved and taken care of, and somebody actually is going to do what I deserve, right? Because that's the truth, right? When that happens, that's when I'll understand, like, it's that time, you know what I mean? But like, I don't know. I know God loves me, and God is going to do it for me. And clearly that's what it is, because nobody else ever did. It's always been God. God is going to do it for me. You feel me? That's what I'm saying. It ain't hard to just send some real money. Like, come on, bro. At least at least a couple of $100. Forget this 50 and 100 stuff. Nah, y'all could at least send a couple of hundred. All of you. They got full families and support systems, bro. These people have barbecues and talking about all this stuff they doing. They got plenty of dough. You can send me some real money and show you truly support me and want to see me win. I've received no support. I did all this by myself out my own pocket with everyone against me. You got to give me my credit, homie. See, I love how they want to make it all unfair and completely unfair, and there's not even a chance for me to win, and it's impossible, and then I still win, and then you want to pretend like it was fair the whole time, or it's an even playing field, or like normal because everyone else has it okay and good, and it's normal for them. It's not normal for me, bro. I've got like everyone against me, and I still won. I mean, you got to give me my credit, bro. And I'm gonna stay moving forward, and I'm gonna keep winning. I'll talk to y'all in a minute, man. Like I said, stay in your feelings because I'm making money. I get paid to talk. I love it for real, boy. Yeah. Oh, last note I'm gonna say that's what I got to do. Get up over a band, get up over a grand, get a couple of racks together. I need at least 5, 10 to 20 G's at least minimum. And then, like I said, I could take this whole movement to Austin and really run everything and do it the right way. I could have the whole Batman project really going and moving, operating fully in Austin. I can go to work on every block out there. You understand? That's how quick. That's what I'm saying. I know I'm one step away, and God even told me you're one step away. You know what I mean? So I'm doing everything right. I'm right on track. I'm in perfect alignment. I mean, give me my credit, man. I'm doing everything right. I've passed every test with flying colors. The hardest test of my life I just passed. That's what God told me. Come on, bro. I'm so proud of myself. It's unreal. I'll talk to y'all in a minute, man. Keep it real.